found it in a shed. They said it's no use. Cracked old case and tape deck won't spin, but I see the story underneath the skin. Pull every screw, lay it out clean like a time machine, frozen in between. Not just a fix, now I go all the way, bringing yesterday back to the day. They call it junk, I call it gold. Every scar's a story that deserves to be told. I bring it back to life, one part at a time. From the silence to the sound, hear it come alive. Old school soul with a brand new drive. Yeah, P.I.T.C.O keeps the past alive. 40 more years, yeah, that's the plan. Built by heart, rebuilt by hand. From landfill ghost to a second chance. Turn it up loud, let the old tech dance. New old stock, or I'll make it myself. If it don't exist, I build it on the bench shelf. Capacitors, fresh belts running true. Heads cleaned up like I just left 72. Cassette decks humming, preview meters glow. That warm old sound you just don't get no more. 8-track rolling vinyl spinning round. That crackle and warmth, that's a real sound. They threw it away, said it's out of time, but I'm bringing it back, line by line. I bring it back to life, one part at a time. From the silence to the sound, hear it come alive. Old school soul with a brand new drive. Yeah, P.I.T.C.O keeps the past alive. 40 more years, yeah, that's the plan. Built by heart, rebuilt by hand. From landfill ghost to a second chance. Turn it up loud, let the old tech dance. Live on the stream, yeah, you can watch it rise. From broken down to a full surprise. YouTube nights and Twitch on fire. Watch dead machines get the spark back wired. It ain't just repair, it's respect for the craft. For every piece of history they tried to scrap. Hear that click, hear that whir. That's the sound of the past returning, sir. I bring it back to life, hear the power ignite. From forgotten dust to shining bright, keeping legends breathing through the night. Yeah, P.I.T.C.O makes it right. 40 more years and maybe more. From broken bits to a roll once more. If it made a sound, I'll find the way to bring that old tech back to stay. So don't throw it out, don't say goodbye. There's still a spark if you just try. From the bench to the world, let's keep it alive. P.I.T.C.O-Tech-Repairs, we revive.
Hello and welcome. Hopefully you can all hear me, first of all, and hopefully there's no skipping or lagging or anything that it shouldn't be doing. So if someone can let me know in chat if it's coming through okay, then we can start. Okay, well, first off, seems okay, right, okay, loud and clear, okay, cool. Right, let's start off with a bit of who's in the chat and see what's going on. We started off with Rusty Russ last night at around about 8:30 p.m. And then it was I think, remember rightly, it was Sloth-Tech that wanted first place as well, and then Hot Cows also wanted first place, so they'll have to fight for it next time, see who gets in first. But if Rusty Russ is anything to go by, it'd be a day early anyway. So we've got who we got in chat. Let's have a look. We've got JPix in chat, and Sloth-Tech's in chat. Hi, Sloth-Tech. Who else we got? Oh, we got Mick, who's who's streaming shortly. Who else? Oh, Steve-O. Nice to see you, mate. Who else we got? Anyone else? Oh yes, we got Chris and Zy-Eagle. Nice to see you. Princess DJ. Nice to see you. Anybody different? And well, I think we got Stu just creeping in at the bottom there. Okay, so this is let's see if we can just sort of do this. Maybe that'll just help me out a bit. There we go. Okay, well, what we've got here is let's put this to the side for a minute. Is I don't even know how to pronounce this thing. Is the camera actually working? I think it's froze. No, it's froze by the looks of it. Let me just check. That one's okay. This one's froze. Okay, let me just switch to this one, see if this one's working. Yeah, this one's working. So we'll have to stick with this one because the other one, for some reason, has died on me or froze or what have you. Let me just see if I can sort that one out for a minute. Okay, well, that one's Give Up the Ghost by the looks of it, so was the better one. But never mind. So we'll go with this one. There's always problems with OBS, as Mick says. So what we're going to do is we'll just go in with this. This is a Kyoto, or however you pronounce it. It's an S600 8-track cartridge player. This one was, as some of you know, was donated by Mick from Retro Restore, and he sort of sent it over to me because it's one, he didn't have time to do it, or he's got 1,000,001 other projects on the go. So yeah, we're just on this live, we're just going to have a quick look over the outside, the inside, and see what's what with it, see what needs doing. And Russ thinks to put it in the shredder already, and we haven't even started yet, but then he probably knows it came from Mick. So but yeah, so we're gonna have a look, and then hopefully we're gonna, in parts over a series of live streams, we're gonna fully restore this, including the cabinet. As you can see, there's lots of scratches, wear and tear everywhere. So and there's sort of scuffs and stuff around this chrome edge bezel on here. So these knobs, that one's not too bad, but these ones are quite stiff to turn. So they obviously need looking at. The door's not too bad. But yeah, we'll have a bit of a look and see. You can tell Mick's been in here because there's not really too much holding the back on, and I'm not sure where they're gone, but we'll probably find them when we have a dig inside, knowing Mick. So yeah, the outside, I mean, I'm not sure. I think these were originally came out. When did they come out? 60s, 70s, right up to somewhere around about, say, the very early 80s, maybe they were still around. So I think they were more aimed at, like, you know, household component, hi-fi component sort of things. But we're getting to having a look at this. Something's loose in there as it is, because you can hear it rattling. And there's some screws missing here. So I think first thing I do in a moment is get inside it. Takes these types of tapes, massive things compared to the standard cassette tapes. I don't know if these are any good. We'll try them. Mick's also included a bag of bits, so it's hence to say this that probably not a good idea to go plugging it in. I did get a belt, and the belt, for some reason, wherever it is that size, which is supposed to be 101 millimeters, and it isn't. This is more, well, this is easily more than 101 millimeters, so I think that's going to be the wrong size, but we'll have a look, which is good. And you can get them from this GB Audio. They do full exchanges and swaps and everything, even if you've opened it, so it's pretty good. So yeah, without any more messing around, let's see how we're going to get into this thing. It's loose. Hopefully Mick's put it back to somewhat reasonable condition. I haven't got to guess where everything goes. So it'd be interesting to find out. I did try to find a, well, that came out easy enough, didn't it? Okay, so all we got here, the lead, and I don't know what else is there. I think it's just these screws here that remove the, makes it slide out the front. So let's try these. It's pretty loose again. Oh, that made something move. There's something going to move there. Moving, I think I'm going to have to undo this transformer at the same time. Hey, Andy's in chat as well, and 3D Medic, nice to see you guys. Well, that came out rather easy. I don't think it was meant to do that, was it, mate? And we're completely out. So that's the wooden case. As you can see, we'll just refinish this if we can get all this sorted out. Okay, well, it is grubby, to say the least. I don't know. See some of that dirt on there. And obviously these power cables need to be reattached, but that's probably going to need changing anyway. So I think he said that, yeah, this is yeah, well, it's not supposed to do that. So the one thing I do know about these is these mechanisms here do tend to get a lot of grime down inside these. You see better there. Down inside these parts down here, you know, they get a lot of dirt and grime. I bet if I was to put a cotton bud or something in there, yeah, it's already pulling out a bit of dirt, so that'll need stripping out, cleaning. Motor feels okay. Motor feels like it's running freely, so that's a good thing. JFix, is this real wood? Well, it's like a plywood. I don't know if you can see the grains on that. It's like a plywood, and with like a veneer finish. So yeah, we can refinish that. You already see that the front here is loose. I think Mick's taken some screws out somewhere. Yeah, just here on this side. Which we'll probably just carry on and disassemble that in a moment. But yeah, they're very basic sort of systems really compared to what a tape deck mechanism's like, you know. So the motor's running quite freely. Tape heads are just here, and this is the bearing housing. Hopefully that's all good. And we got our switch mechanism for changing our, well, they say it's a 4-track or 8-track or whatever you want to call it, but then they have up here a button that says channel change, so they can't make their mind up on that one. Oh, there's the outputs to the speakers, I'm guessing. So yeah, these pots on the back here, as I said, these first two are very stiff. So they're going to need cleaning or opening up and cleaning. We've got a channel button here, which I don't know if you're going to see it on this camera. Where's the camera? Right there. I don't know if you can see it in this light. You can see it on that light because there's a lot of dirt and grime on those contacts just there. So again, and a bit of corrosion down in the back there by the spring. So all that mechanism really needs to be stripped out and cleaned. So it is, as I was saying to Mick earlier, it's even got a band-aid on it. I don't know if that was anything to do with anyone we know, but yeah, we'll have to sort all this out and give it a good strip down. Most of the circuitry is underneath, pretty rudimentary and basic. It looks like this cap at the back here has been changed at some point because that doesn't look, don't even see that in there. That looks more of a modern style cap, and it actually looks, I don't know if any of you guys see until we take this board off, but some of these caps look quite modern underneath here, so we will check it out anyway because we've got to give it all a good clean. So yeah, this basically the stages we're going to go through on this through the series is, from what I can tell off first hand, is it does need a belt, but that's sort of going to be towards the end when we start putting everything back together. The first processes will be basically we're going to strip the motor down and service the motor, strip all this transport mechanism down, which will probably be in the next stream. We'll take this all out, take all this apart, and start basically the process of servicing the motor, the bearing housings, the heads, because they all look pretty dirty, and there is some corrosion around, especially around this area. It may well be that the corrosion's got into these pots, which is why they're so stiff. There's a few.
Thanks for the sub.
Well, thanks, whoever that was. Yeah, doesn't tell me who it was, but whoever subbed, thank you very much. Okay, and yeah, that's a couple of original resistors on there which we can test. Make sure they haven't lost the resistance. Let's just have a butcher's under this board. If we can free some of these up and get it out, maybe. Will that come out? Or am I going to have to? Let's have a look. Okay, that's starting to let go. That's part of the transport mechanism out. Now we can see under the board. Yeah, well, we will test some of these through the next one, because this board will be probably an episode all in itself, where I've got a probably got a funny feeling that we're going to end up recapping all these caps. That one's starting to bulge, so that one definitely, those two there definitely need doing. I think someone's already pre-marked these as well for needing doing, because they're going. And that, I'm not sure if that's leaking or if that's just a bit of glue down there. Let's have a look. Stab myself on the one I want. Might be leaking as well, that one down there. So I'm probably just going to go, for the sake of it, as you know, if you're going to go to the point of restoring the whole thing, you might as well just go the whole hog, and replace these caps. So that'll probably be an episode all in itself on that one, and then we'll do the mechanics in a separate episode. So we'll probably do the mechanics next. Let's just have a look where we're at here. Okay, so this part is all easy. This is the, I don't know if you can see, this part down here is the part that changes your tracks, changes the head position, which basically changes your tracks. It's just the head moves up and down. So we'll check all that as well, because there's a spindle there just underneath there which sits on this plastic like lever that, like, as it goes round, it raises or lowers the heads, which sort of looks like it's off angle to me. It looks like it's sort of bent slightly, so that might need readjusting. So if we look here, you might be able to see the heads sort of going up and down as we change that. It seems to be moving okay. There's one spot like there, that spot's quite hard to get it go over, but the other positions are really easy. So yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. There's a lot of very sticky glue, like that's the best way to say it, describe it. It's like if you've got old chip fat or something that's gone really sticky. It's like that. So I think the strip down will be the best idea for it. What do you guys think? Do you think it's worth putting in the bin, as Russ said, or should we go the whole hog and do a series on stripping it down completely and sort of doing a full restoration on this and making it possibly last, I don't know, another 20-30 years or more? We'll say JFix. Everybody's chatting here, so let's have a look, see what they're saying. JFix missed the start. Chat pop there, Shredder. Andy's here. I got Andy. So this is when audio equipment was built to last. No, not like the plastic you get. That's very true. I mean, stuff today, realistically, it's designed to, well, it's designed to fail, so you go out and buy more, so they can just make money out of you. Strip and restore says hot cows. There are so few vids around like this. Strip and restore, because you will know everything you're doing. Someone's got a vote of confidence there, and hot cows and Dave Branded. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll do it in segments of maybe the transport mechanism was on the next live. We're fully strip all this down, start servicing the motor, and all the heads and bearings and stuff like that. Get them degreased, cleaned up, and stuff. Get this transport plate cleaned up, and we can reassemble that part, put it to one side, and then maybe the following one from that we'll look at the circuit board and start changing the caps over, because by then I should have ordered all the caps and got them here, as well as all these pots. We'll take them off, give them a good clean if we need to. We'll have to open them and get to them, especially these double ones might need it. Other than that, there's not really a lot else to it, other than, like I said, the corrosion. We'll hit all that in one go. But other than that, there's not a lot to it other than the cosmetic parts, which is the face. Here, this is like, there's only some like scuff marks on the chrome edging, which is like a chrome paint. So we can restore that. Perhaps restore these knobs to a better condition because they're very dull and dirty. And make sure all the bulbs in here are all working. Also, with the cabinet, like I was saying, JFix was saying, it is a wood style cabinet, as you probably see. Where's the camera? Let's get the camera on it. In there, blocks of wood structure holding it together, but it's like a plywood basically, and it's a veneer finishing on it, mainly on the three sides. Well, I suppose there is a bit on the bottom, but not very well finished. But we'll strip this and sand it down to a better surface of the veneer. There should be plenty of veneer left to do that, and then we'll bring this back up, give it a nice finish. So yeah, let's have a look now at the bulbs. Well, the bulbs are all there, but they're all the original like incandescent type bulbs. So I'll probably change those for more like the more modern style LEDs, unless you think we should keep it original and put incandescents back in. That might be an idea. Yeah, I think we probably will look at doing that. This like plastic or rubber type housing for the bulbs is very perished. It's very brittle, and that might have to, we might have to make something for that, because I don't think for 1 minute we're going to find a suitable replacement. So may have to be a bit of a bench time in making something up to that's similar. I have a bit of plastic, maybe. Sort of welded itself to it. But yeah, it's like a rubber. It's like a solid rubber, but it's gone that brittle. You can see it's like already cracking and splitting here. So yeah, we'll see what we can do in regards to maybe finding something to redo that with. Have a look where we're at with this. Yeah, we'll pull that. These are all our heads and stuff, inputs, which come from here, pickups. This is just our tape sensor, which is very rudimental. I mean, a lot of these are 8-tracks or similar devices used to use or had like little micro switches in them. This is like before a micro switch, if you like. It's just pushes two bits of metal together, and that's what makes the contact. So it's very rudimentary, although I'm pretty sure that will work just fine. So as far as the heads are concerned, they do look quite worn in fact. So yeah, you might have to just give them the best clean we can, and see if they actually work, or we might have to source a new head for it. It does seem quite scratched on the head surface there. I don't know if you can even see those heads at all. And now, one of the things I'm struggling with at the moment is lighting, because as some of you know, we're sort of building this new studio and it's only sort of half finished, but I couldn't wait any longer. I wanted to jump on streaming for you guys, so this will all have to be sort of built around as we're working on it, and hopefully the lighting situation then and cameras will get better. So yeah, okay, I'm pretty determined that we'll go for this, and we will do this in segments. Stage 2, transport mechanism. Then maybe a third stream where we'll start on the electrics and go through the electrics. Probably at least two streams, I would say, on the electrics, because for any of those that have just joined, all these caps have to be changed. These two are definitely gone. This one's leaking, and so you might as well just change the lot and have done with it. So that'll be fun, because anyone that knows what it's like to solder on boards like this, you know, they can be very temperamental, and you can lift the tracks and pads very easily if you're not careful. And I tend to be someone a bit like Ace, who uses temperature on the soldering iron at full whack, flat out, regardless of what I'm soldering. So yeah, that'd be interesting. So that's a quick look into that. I don't even think I've been streamed for an hour, but I did say it would be a quick stream. Right, this here is the power supply, which again we will look at. We'll replace this capacitor, and we'll also, if we can gain access, we can probably through these, we'll test out the coils on this transformer as well to see if they're all reading good before we go ahead and plug it all in, sort of thing. The cord's original by the looks of it. Doesn't seem to be perished too badly, although the plug's a bit of a modern style. And I think it had originally 2 screws, which Mick left one of them in here. Now, one of the parts in here I think Mick left was this part here, which I believe went on the back of this and has a grub screw to hold it all in place once it's in. So that'll be fun to sort out, because I didn't take it off, so I'm 100% sure on how that lot goes back together. So that'll be a bit of trial and play. So other than the guys already said, it would be nice to add a USB connector to play audio files. That might be something worth looking at. Either that, or maybe, because there is plenty of room inside this housing, maybe we can, because there's no other inputs, there's only an output on this. So it might be an idea to maybe even see if we can incorporate something like a Bluetooth inside the case. See what you think. You know, there you go. Hotcase said it as well. You know, everybody likes Bluetooth in these days, rather than sticking in, you know, a bulky old cassette like this. You know, and it would be good to have a retro piece that you could Bluetooth your music through, rather than you know, sort of having to put in the tape. So it looks retro, good on the side, but you can use Bluetooth, you know, and a lot of people nowadays do use Bluetooth. So maybe stick a Bluetooth module in here and rig it to the board, so it plays through its own set of speaker outputs. That would be quite interesting. Anybody else have any other ideas? So we've got a USB, maybe connector to play audio files, or we've got a Bluetooth option. So either or, maybe a good idea to do. We've got plenty of room in the case to do it. The case is mostly empty, it's mostly air. Once this is back together and it's in, it takes up very little space. There's still got plenty of room to stick a Apple CarPlay. Someone had to mention Apple. I can't stand Apple, so that's definitely not going to happen. Well, we will check what the output voltage is when we test the coils on this. There is like some damage on these leads, so what we will do is we'll test the coils, inputs and outputs, replace this cap on here. The cap's only rated at 16 volts, so it's probably a 12 watt output on the cap, on transformer even. So if we have to, we can bump this up. You know, we can always stick a bigger output, and then we can dial down the voltages for what this uses as opposed to anything else, so it can carry the load. What else we got? We might change these speaker terminals, because these speaker terminals are RCAs, and I don't know what's the most common for speakers these days. Most of them are just like the wires that just push into a little push thing and job done. So they will probably be the best thing to change to. Sort of modernize it a little bit of back end on in it and inside, but keep visually from the front, and everything else keep it a retro. So hence I wouldn't really want to be, say, cutting a slot and putting a USB in the front, because that wouldn't look original. But if it was Bluetooth, you could put the Bluetooth device inside and maybe get away with just having a little hole for an LED, blinking LED, so you know it's pairing or not. That might be an option to have. It's less inconspicuous, a bit more inconspicuous. Hotcase is saying yep and no, so he can't make his mind up here. I'd leave the speaker connections as RCA, was what Fuzzy's saying. So yeah, we can leave them RCA, this is what they are, original. You can adapt speakers anyway, so that's not really a big issue. Anybody else got any other suggestions? Well, before we get into it and we can decide what we're going to do going forward. We know we're going to strip it down, we know we're going to restore it. Is have either option for speaker. True, you could have either option. This is what I was going to look at actually. Is I've seen some, like, they're like brass terminal RCAs, but they've also got the push function where you can just pop the wire in as well. So it does both on the one type of fitting, which is really good. So they might be the best option to fit in there, because they would fit. So that was one idea I was thinking. I was seeing them earlier on. I thought, yes, that might work very well. You know, might not fit into this plate because this is the way this is done, but I can always make a plate and fit them in and just screw that back into the thing. So that, yeah, so I think we're all in agreement with that one. So yeah, so what we'll do next on the next stream will be we'll separate the wires from the transport mechanism, so we can separate the mechanicals from the electricals, and we'll put the electrics to one side and we'll concentrate on taking the motor out, looking at the motor and servicing that, and taking these bearings, heads out, and also this mechanism underneath here and here, and separate these electricals so that we can get all this metal cleaned up, get all this grease, dried grease in here basically cleared and cleaned, put that mechanism back together, so it's all grease, and then we can put that to the side as done and start on the electricals. I think that's probably the best plan, and in the meantime we can then decide what we're going to go with from there. It would be nice to get small speakers to pair with it and finish them in the same finish. Well, funny you should say that, JFix. I wasn't going to say anything until they actually turned up, but I did manage to find and source a pair of original speakers that was originally sold with this type of 8-track. So how this would have came originally would have been with this unit and two small square speakers that are all in the same finished wood and cabinet. So I did manage to source them, and they are on the way. But I wasn't going to say nothing until maybe another stream when they actually arrived and just show you. But since JFix has mentioned it, then yes, they are coming. So once they arrive, I will show you, and that will be the next part of the sort of restoration to go along with this. Will be to restore those speakers to make sure they are completely as good looking as this is once it's finished. Yeah, definitely JFix. Sand them and apply the same finish would look, yeah, basically it will match. Basically the speaker cabinets are exactly the same as this, because they are like the original speakers that came with this unit when you bought it from the shop. They're like this, and they've got like the proper original like cloth mesh, whatever it is, on the front. So we will restore them back to the same as what we restore this to, so it's all matching, and make it all pretty much as it would have come, maybe with a few additions like a Bluetooth or something. That would just increase the usability of it, really, I think, having a Bluetooth addition to it. But these in fully restored condition, once it's all up and set, all done and finished and all ready to go, with the speakers, I would say probably around 150-ish, 180-ish top end, complete. But in working condition, unrestored, you know, if it was just like it was now, but it was working barely, then you probably pick them up for about 40 or 50 quid. But then again, you're going to get into the same issue where it's going to need the grease doing to it. It's going to need recapping. It's probably going to need belts, you know. So it's where you go with it, really. If you want one that's all done, finished, and ready to go, and hassle-free, then it's better to pay that little bit extra and get one that's already been done. Zyegel, you can't take my first place. I'm gonna try and keep that. Okay then. Get some Bluetooth in there, all hidden. Yeah, this is what we're saying, JFix. There's plenty of room in this housing to have a Bluetooth module. I am reluctant to maybe put any sort of additional holes in the front. Maybe I might. You could put one in the back through one of these holes for an LED, so you know it's pairing when it's blinking. But as far as the front is concerned, we want to keep it all looking as original as possible. Only thing is, it will secretly have a Bluetooth inside it that can be used, you know, and make it a little bit more modern use. Because it'd be nice to have a bit of retro on the side. It looks the part and everything else, but you can just pair your phone to it and play your music. You know, it's make life a lot easier for anyone that's going to use it. So yeah, somebody JFix has stole your crown, as they say. Fighting for the crown now. That's it. Okay, that's good. Game over, JFix says. I will get that crown back. Yeah, there's a war now going on over the crown. And nobody actually knows what this crown thing's for. I bet JFix knows what this crown system's all about, but I mean, there's something to do with XP points or something, you know. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the plan going forward. Next stream then, although I've already said it, anybody who's turned up might not know though, so next stream will be, we'll tear down the mechanical side of it, all the transport mechanism, mechanical side. I'm going to start on that. There's less of it, and it will be, hopefully we can get that sorted out in one sort of stream, and then we can do the electrics on a separate, well, maybe a couple of streams, because there's more of the electrics to do and it's a bit more intense, especially with this circuit board. And just checking any hidden caps, like you got that one back there and this one here. So, and taking these pots and that apart, so we'll strip all this down so it's in its separate bits and work on one. So there'll be about 3 or 4 stages other than the cabinets that we'll process at a time. So it'll be the transport mechanism, the electrics, the case, you know, the transformer side of things, and then we'll get it all rebuilt and put back together and put that to the side, and then we'll start on the speakers afterwards. But we will use the speakers once this is up and running to test it, you know, see what it sounds like on its original speakers. It also tests the speakers and see what we need to do with that. Okay, well, we got a war going on in the chat, have we? Okay, first, because it's first place. Okay, I like first place. Why? Stop chatting in chat, because I okay, everybody's fighting over the crown. Okay, right. So yeah, stream 2, mechanism. 3, maybe 4, the electrics, and then we'll move on to the case. So hopefully, I know it was a short but sweet one, but it's more of an introduction into what we've got here, what we're going to do with it, and the plan going forward. So that will be the best one. We have managed to lower the tone just like that. Yeah, well, we always do. If anything, if mixed stream was anything to go by earlier, well, let's not even start that. Anyway, thanks all for joining, and hopefully we'll see you again on the next one. Probably going to try and stream on a Monday and a Friday night around about the same time. So I know Mick's probably not liking that idea, because I know he likes to go to bed early, but it works for me, and hopefully it works for you lot too. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks all.